This came out from Pro Football Focus. Now, a lot of people are like, why are you trying to trade Amari Cooper? Well, you trade Amari Cooper if you don't want to pay him $20 million and you want to get out of the contract and you don't think that he's a true number one receiver who is going to be totally available to you all the time. I would prefer to keep him because I don't think Dak Prescott can carry this offense without Amari Cooper unless you tell me you're going to get someone to absolutely replace him. So I prefer to keep Amari, even though I don't think he's not a top 5 number 1 stud receiver that's out there. We agree on that, right?
Top 5? Oh, no. No, I wouldn't even put him close to that.
Yeah.
I would struggle to get. Would you? Get
And
him
again,
in the top
this
10?
the Cowboys' problem. One of their problems. If you pay someone $20 million a year, and it's not the quarterback, they need to be top 5 at their position. And I don't know that we're saying that about Tank Lawrence, and we're not saying that about Amari Cooper. Right. And they end up paying that $20 million apiece to those guys. And that's why Bobby Belt has the report that both of them could be cut, especially if pay cuts are not going to be considered.
Yeah, and listen, I mean, you mentioned top 5. I think I would struggle to get him in the top 10. I think people would struggle to get him in the top 15. There's a
15.
lot of. I mean, there's a lot of. I have to go back and think. I mean, are we for sure he's the best one on the team?
Yeah, I think he's better than CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, I think
I need to see a little more from CD.
Okay, fair. I think he's better than CD. It's an interesting little exercise. I might have to go.
Rip off the top 5 receivers just so we know he's not top 5. You got Devontae, you got DeAndre, you got Tyreek,
Cooper Kupp.
Yep,
Tyreek. Evans is better than him.
Evans
is Godwin. I think is better than him or close.
Jefferson.
Justin Jefferson. I think is better than him. Let's see. Jamar Chase. Is Jamar Chase better than him?
Right. I might be able to squeeze him in top 10. Diggs.
Stephon Diggs. Mike Williams. Is Mike Williams better? Is Debo? Is Debo better?
I can make a top 10 argument. Maybe Debo as a weapon, Mike Williams as a deep threat. But anyway, Amari's name has been out there for a reason. So Pro Football Focus came up with this hypothetical. The Cowboys trade Amari Cooper to Jacksonville, and in return, Choppy, you get a 2nd and a 5th round pick in the 2022 draft. Now, before you quickly say no, you got to remember where Jacksonville is picking. All right? Jacksonville is the first pick. So you're getting the first pick in the 2nd round, which you could, if you want to be really optimistic, say that's an end of the first round selection. Although a lot of people say, there's only like 15 to 17, 18 first-round picks in any draft, and anything after 18 or 20 is already a second-round talent. But in this draft, there's not supposed to be studs in the top 10 or 12 or 13. So the top pick in the 2nd round could be a little bit more useful or have more value than in years past if that's where the strength of the draft is. So just something thrown out there by PFF.
Yeah. No. I can't say I'm going to give up on him.
Now, one more thing. Right? You got to take the money into account as well in terms of team building value. You got to do that in the National Football League. I'm getting a 2nd round pick on a rookie salary and a 5th rounder with whatever that is, even though they make the team, in exchange for, some of his money off the books.
I can't. If I'm giving up Amari Cooper, I've got to get a 1st-round pick back. I'm not doing it for a 2 and a 5. The wide receiver position is too valuable to give up for a 2nd and a 5th.
I'm supposed to – now I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yep.
So I'm supposed to – you just told me that Amari Cooper maybe is the 15th best receiver in football, and I'm supposed to give you a first-round pick for that?
Yes.
And he's making $20 million a year?
You absolutely are supposed to give a first-round pick for that. Yeah, there's no doubt about that. A top 15 wide receiver is absolutely worth a first-round pick. When you select a wide receiver in the first round, you hope their ceiling is a top 15 wide receiver. Like, that is a top 15 wide receiver is a legit number one. So, yeah, I am absolutely expecting that back. I would expect the first-round draft pick back for the 25th best wide receiver in the NFL. That's the one on every team, theoretically. So, yeah, I have no problem saying that. Again, if you're gonna cut him, which I don't know if that makes sense, but if you are going to cut him, you do want to get something back. But if the guy's elite at the wide receiver position, and I do believe Amari is in that category of maybe he's just great and not necessarily elite, because elite is like Cup and Adams. Then how much does the money really matter? It matters, but not to the extent of others.
I would say no as well. He's still 27 years old. He's going to be 28 in June, so I would need a little bit more than that, or a really good player coming back in return versus the guesswork of a second and a 5. Again, because even though Amari Cooper is not an outright, no doubt elite stud, what is this offense without him? And I'm too scared to find out.